Actually, to be honest, this is my first time in this club here, in this gay club here. I heard about it a lot. It's basically where all Arabs gather once a month, and they just gather, party, have a good time, be gay, and no judgments whatsoever. And the other thing is, I actually just met a few people that are neighbors from the Palestinian territories and whatnot, and there we all act like we're straight, but here we're just having a good time and we're just being gay and just being ourselves. Most of us come from either Muslim or Arabic culture, Christian cultures, where these things are prohibited. Our families have kicked us out from our homes because of our identities. And so clearly it's a very sensitive topic. So to film inside the club, it's not like you're going into Europe somewhere where things are just a lot more open and people are just a lot more accepting. No, people here, not everyone actually knows that they're gay, so it could be also life-threatening for them. 2014, I mentioned before that I was kidnapped once, and it became a big story in Bethlehem. And when I went to the Palestinian Authority with my boyfriend, the Palestinian Authority just made fun of me, and they treated me with a lot of disrespect just because I was gay. And that was a period of in my life where I decided to come out and to become more confident in who I was, because I realized that they had no right to make fun of me because of my sexual orientation. They stole my car, the guys beat me up, and they technically kidnapped me, and the Palestinian Authority did very little about it. And thankfully I'm an Israeli citizen, and I was able to go to the Israeli police, and they a little bit helped me out. But it's, there are a lot of homosexuals living in the Palestinian territories, and when people find out about them, then their life is just, it's done unless they escape and leave the country. And it's very sad, because actually the Palestinian territories takes a lot of money from the Europe and from the States, from the Western countries, and meanwhile they're not willing to, set up a certain standard for, defending the rights of the minorities. So yeah, that's kind of been my experience in the West Bank. Well, I'm actually from a village, it's a small Muslim village north of Jerusalem, part of the Jerusalem district. I live in the West Bank in Ramallah, and I work in the humanitarian field, so I've been traveling a lot throughout Gaza to Jenin to different Palestinian territories. I was very pro-Palestinian, but unfortunately, after a few years of living in the Palestinian territories with my boyfriend, I realized that I wanna support a country and a government that supports every minority and supports every human being equally. And if they don't support me because I'm a homosexual, then I have to say I don't support the country itself. I'm not pro-Israel, I'm pro-truth, I'm pro-justice, and I'm against racism. I'm against anyone that takes my right as a human being just because I'm homosexual or I was born a certain way. I believe in equal rights for every human being, and I don't see that happening in the Palestinian territories, unfortunately. When people know that I am gay, they look down upon me. They make me, during the time that my car was stolen and I was kidnapped, I felt like I was inferior. I felt like I was like a beast. I was an alien, that I wasn't good enough for society, because that's how people made me feel. This is how the Palestinian Authority made me feel when I went to ask for help. When they found out I was gay, they just made fun of me, and they treated me like I was nothing. I think that Palestinians living in Israel live under much better conditions than Palestinians, homosexuals living in the Palestinian territories. And I also have to say, I think that as an Arab, I am treated a lot with more respect under Israel than I would under any Muslim rule. And the fact is, not to bring any religious or politics into the game, but Islam, as far as if you study Islam, like my understanding is that homosexuality is one of the biggest sins, and it's punishable by death. And I don't think that this is a God of mercy or love or peace. If God wants to kill me because of what He created me for, then I don't want this sort of God.